Good morning. Good morning to all. I am M. Hari Prasad, lecturer in Commerce, Government Degree College, Siddipet Autonomous. Right. So, in BCom we are having 6 semesters according to university and according to our college also. Out of 6 semesters, in 3rd semester we are having a subject that is Income Tax 1. So, up to now, means in school level or inter level or degree first and second semester level, there is no word of income tax. We are not discussed about income tax because it is very new for you, income tax. But the word income tax is very familiar to us. Generally we listen to the word it anywhere. Employee says, during this year I paid this much of tax, this much of tax. Right? Businessman says, this much of tax I am going to pay, this and the tax are heavy, what can I do, what can we do? Prices are increasing, that's why businessman says. Especially in budget time or in budget, total population of India waits for the tax relaxations. How much tax, is there any relaxation in tax by the government? So tax word is very familiar to us. But here we have to know what is tax. What tax does? Tax means a mandatory imposition made by the government on public for raising funds. For raising funds, it is mandatory imposed by the government on public for raising funds. What is the need for raising funds to the government? What is the need for raising funds to the government? So for that we have to discuss few words about past. In previous years there are kingdoms, Rajarikalu. King will be there, he has to take care of his kingdom, right? But there is no any responsibilities. So only he are having 2 responsibilities about his kingdom. First one is law and order, and second one is taking caring of his kingdom from enemies. But nowadays, in present situation, governments will have another most prior and most important thing has to do. What is that? It has to distribute the resources, limited resources to unlimited population. This is the most important and most tough job to government. Resources are very limited, like water, mines, etc., food, etc. But unlimited public, so limited resources has to be distributed by the government to unlimited population. This job is to be done by the government in nowadays. For that, government has to maintain some departments like irrigation department, education department, transport department, police department, revenue department, etc., etc. To maintain such departments, government has to spend some money, right, for salaries, etc., etc. From where government should raise funds? ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది గవర్నమెంట్ డబ్బు? From where? Nothing. We don't know. But maybe printing of currency, maybe raising of loans from World Bank, or maybe some other way. What is that other way? Means raising of funds from public and again distributing of funds from to public. So out of these 3, which is best option? Out of these 3, which is best option? So first option is currency printing. What happens due to currency printing? When currency was printed, money circulation will increase. When currency was printed, money circulation will increase. What happens due to some increase in money circulation? It leads to inflation. It leads to inflation. Inflation means, what happens? Inflation means the value of money decreases and the value of goods decreases. By this, the society or it is not advisable for the economic standards of the or economic status of the country. And second one is raising of loans. By raising of loans, what happens? The loan has to repay with interest. From where? Then only it is very tough. That's why it is not advisable. Third is raising from public only, and again it is to be supplied to public only. It is the best option. అంటే డబ్బు వాళ్ళ దగ్గర నుంచి తీసుకోవాలి, మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళకే ఇవ్వాలి. వాళ్ళ దగ్గర నుంచి ఎక్కడ తీసుకోవాలి అంటే it is to be collected from higher income groups, those who are excess money, and it is to be recirculated to lower income groups who need money. Like cloud, meghamu, cloud, what clouds does? Cloud brings water from sea and it spreads on land in form of rain. అంతే కదా. క్లౌడ్స్ ఏం చేస్తే సముద్రంలో నీరును మేఘముల రూపంలో తీసుకొని భూమి మీద వర్షం రూపంలో ఇస్తుంది కదా. ది సేమ్ థింగ్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ ఇన్ ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్. Income tax or tax collects money from higher income groups. Again, the collected money will be distributed to needed public or needed areas of the society in various schemes by the government. This is income tax, right? So for income tax, there are some taxes like income tax, sales tax, GST, wealth tax, so many taxes like toll tax, etc. will be there. But broadly, we can classify the taxes into two groups. What are those two groups? First one is direct taxes and second one is indirect taxes. Direct taxes means where one word. Indirect taxes means indirect tax, the tax will be paid by the same person and bared by the same person. It will not be transferred from one person to another person. This is direct tax. Best example for direct tax is income tax. Suppose I am Hari Prasad. During this year I paid 3,000 tax. I have to fill challan, I have to fill e-file, and I have to pay, and receipt will be on the name of M. Hari Prasad only. There is no chance to transfer my tax to another person XYZ or Ram Rahim, etc. Indirect tax will be paid by one person and bared by the another person. Means tax pays one person, it will be transferred to one person to another person. So best example for indirect tax is GST. Best example for income tax, what is that? Indirect tax is GST. Say example for an example for indirect tax. Suppose during a fine morning we want to brush. So unfortunately there is no paste in our room. It was completed yesterday itself. So we want to purchase it. We went to near shop and purchased a paste. So what is the price of this paste? We asked. The shopkeeper tell us 50 rupees, sir. So we paid 50 rupees. At the same time, as a commerce student, as a educated, what we do is we see MRP. So MRP 50 rupees in brackets inclusive of all taxes. What does it mean, inclusive of all taxes? Means this 50 rupees includes manufacturing cost, profit and taxes also. Means example, out of 50 rupees the manufacturing cost may be 30 rupees, profit may be 15 rupees, 30 plus 15 45, and remaining 5 rupees may be tax. Maybe example, right? Means we are paying taxes, but there is no our name. Hari Prasad is paid 5 rupees tax on paste. There will be no like that. What happens here? The tax will be paid by the whom? Manufacturer. After paying, he transfers or he collects or he throws the tax to dealer, and dealer throws the tax to wholesaler throws that to retailer, and retailer throws that to consumer has to bear the tax. Right? This is indirect tax and direct tax. there are two types of taxes will be there, right? There are some terminology. There will be some terminology in income tax. First one is assessee. What does mean assessee? What is meaning of assessee? Assessee means the person who pays tax is known as assessee. The person who pays tax is known as assessee. Person means not only an individual. Person includes the person here. The word person includes individual, firms, companies, HUFs, Hindu undivided families, whatever it may be. Yes, person means if a company pays tax, company is assessee. If a Hindu undivided family pays tax, Hindu undivided family is assessee. If a firm pays tax, firm is assessee. If a person pays tax, that person is assessee. Assessment year. In which year the tax is calculated, that is known as assessment year. In which year the tax is calculated, that is known as assessment year. So for this assessment year, 1 year before to assessment year is known as previous year. This previous year and assessment year changes for batch to batch, right? For our batch, for this academic year, in which year we are having, in which financial year we are having, our financial year starts from 1st April 2020 and ends with 31st March 2021. This is our financial year or academic year or year, means 2021. So this 2021 is our assessment year. Previous year, 1 year before year is known as previous year, means 1920 is previous year to us and 2021 is assessment year to us. For our seniors, 1920 is assessment year, 1819 is previous year. For our juniors, 2122 is assessment year, 2021 is previous year. Like that it changes time to time. So previous year, assessment year, assessing. These are some important words in income tax. We have to know in these three important words. All right, income tax, right? How many types of incomes will be there? On which type of income tax will be imposed by the government? There are so many types of incomes in the world. In the world, there are so many types of incomes. In how many types of incomes government will impose tax? For that purpose, government has classified all the incomes into 5 groups, 6 groups. What are those 6 groups? First one is income from agriculture, means income earned by doing agriculture is known as income from agriculture. Second one is income from salary. Income from salary means income earned by doing job is known as income from salary. There is a condition to know whether it is salary income or not. The relation between giver and receiver should be employer and employee. Then only the income is known as such. Income is known as income from salary. Maybe private or maybe government. Income from salary. Third income is income from house property. Income from house property means income received by letting of houses. By letting of houses. Like that. By letting of houses is known as income from house property. Fourth one is income from business. Income received by doing business is known as income from business. Business means, so our Raju, our canteen Raju is also doing a business because he is selling tea, tiffins, etc., etc. Mukesh Ambani is also doing business. He is selling phones, etc., etc., etc. Means if a income is treated as income from business, there should be two conditions. First one is there should be some trading, means purchasing and selling. There should be some trading and there should be either profit or loss. Then only it will be treated as income from business. And fifth one is income from capital gains. Income from capital gains means income received by selling of assets which are acquired by us or ancestrally acquired by us previously is known as income from capital gains. And last one is income from other sources. Income from other sources means all other incomes except these 5 heads. What are those 5 heads? Agriculture, salary, house property, business, capital gains. Except these 5 types of incomes, All other incomes comes under income from other sources like bank interest, debenture interest, dividend on shares, cash prize on TV shows, lotteries, horse races, puzzles, etc., etc. All such incomes comes under income from other sources. Each head will be discussed in each separate chapter. Like yes, income from agriculture is separate unit for us. Income from house property is separate unit for us. Income from salary a separate unit for us. Income from business separate unit for us. Income from capital gain separate unit for us. Income from other sources one more unit. And clubbing of income. So one person may have one type of income or may have more than one type of income also. Like a person may do government job, he'll get income from salary. He is having some land in his village, he'll get some income from agriculture. He is having a house. In that house he let out 2 rooms, income from house property is there. And he is doing some uh, he put some amount in bank, he is getting interest, income from other sources also there. Means a person may have only one type of income or more than one type of income. So totaling of all such type of incomes is known as clubbing of incomes. And after clubbing of income, the income is known as gross total income. From that gross total income there will be some deductions. The deductions are known as deductions under section 80, right? So after deducting section 80, the remaining amount is known as taxable salary. On that taxable salary, tax will be paid by the assessee to the government in every year. This is broadly about income tax. We will discuss remaining things separately and deeply in our next and future classes. Right? Thank you. Stay free, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.